Well, friends, thrift store providence has struck again. A few weeks ago, I shared about a great all-clad pan that I found at the thrift store for only $5, but today we have something even better, a KitchenAid stand mixer. But the thing is, this isn't just any KitchenAid stand mixer. This is a very special one, and today I'm going to show you why. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook no matter your skill level. Now on this channel I also share a lot of things that I find at the thrift store, cookware related, that I then use to cook. And boy, is this a nice one. Now I found this last week at my local thrift store. And first of all, finding any KitchenAid mixer is pretty special because these things are just workhorses. They are known for being able to mix just about anything. If you're a baker, I'm sure you're familiar with them. They are great. They usually retail new for at least $350, sometimes more, really depending on the store. I found this one for $30. Well, $29.99 to be exact, but $30 for a vintage KitchenAid stand mixer. But here's the thing, it wasn't just so much the KitchenAid name that caught my attention. It was something even more important. This right here, Hobart. Now, if you know your mixers, you know that Hobart actually makes commercial mixers. That's what I used in culinary school, these big, massive mixers that we used for baking and mixing things up. They're enormous, they're huge, they're super powerful, and they last forever. I had no idea that Hobart and KitchenAid were ever related, but they were. So it turns out that these were actually made by Hobart. Hobart had been making mixers for many years. Around the 1920s, I think they really started making commercial mixers. And then they started making home products. Well, in the 1930s, they started to make the KitchenAid mixer that we know of now that looked very similar to this. The design hasn't changed much. That Hobart name lasted on these mixers until 1986. That's when Hobart sold the KitchenAid division to Whirlpool, which owns many different brands. Now, like Hobart, these KitchenAids are still made in America. They are assembled very thoroughly and they are workhorses, but I had never seen a KitchenAid with the Hobart name. So that means that this dates to at least 1986, possibly even later. This is a K5SS model, so I couldn't find an exact date for when this was made, but I'm thinking, absolutely 1980s at least, maybe 1970s. It was in pretty good condition when I got it, but I did a really thorough cleaning with it. I used a scrubbing pad. I used some liquid barkeeper's friend to really kind of shine this up. And this thing looks really, really good. Yeah, it's got a few marks on it, but those are kind of its battle scars. But most importantly, it still works. Now this comes with the whisk attachment. It also comes with a paddle attachment. And like any KitchenAid, the bowl can raise and lower. That's a really great feature for being able to extract the bowl. And just like modern KitchenAid models, you can actually pop this off and put an accessory. So you may not know this, but if you have a KitchenAid, you can actually add an accessory such as like a fruit spiralizer or a meat grinder. There's a lot of different accessories, and this kind of acts as something like a power takeoff unit, if you're familiar with that in vehicles. And the motor will power whatever accessory you have on this. And what's cool is that apparently even the new accessories and new attachments will still work on this because the design hasn't really changed. Apparently these are universal. Now I actually do have another KitchenAid mixer, but it's actually the 6-quart professional model. It is a massive workhorse, but the thing is really, really big. This is a little bit smaller, and just honestly, I love the design of this. Hobart hired a very famous designer to make these, and I think even today it is just such a beautiful, iconic design. Now, is this Hobart KitchenAid better than the newer ones made under Whirlpool? I can't say. But what I do know and love is that this Hobart KitchenAid still works decades after being made and feels like a tank. Getting it for a fraction of the cost of buying new also doesn't hurt. So this is my vintage $30 Hobart mixer. Welcome it to the kitchen. I certainly did. You'll probably see it on future videos. And I guess that brings me to the next question. What should I make first in this thing? My brother-in-law has a great recipe for the creamiest mashed potatoes you've ever had, so maybe I'll try that. But I want suggestion. So if there's something you want to see me make with the help of this KitchenAid, I would love to hear it. Please put that suggestion in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new, welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad that you are here. Until next time, happy cooking, and if you're like me, happy thrift store hunting.